3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Everyone, and welcome to the Ryan Chatfield Show. I'm your host, Ryan Chatfield, and today I am joined by England and Bath Rugby Legend, Victor Ubogu. How's it going, Victor?
All right, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I'm enjoying the sunshine.
Yeah, it's going good.
The greatness all. How things with you?
Yeah, it's going good. Got some exams
Excellent.
in the next few weeks, but it's going good. We've got summer coming up, and lockdown's gone now, so hopefully onwards and upwards.
Exams, good Lord, I think last time I sat an exam was like over 20 years, actually more than 20 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think the first question is, what inspired you to start playing rugby?
I'll give you a little bit of background on me. I was born in Lagos in Nigeria, and I grew up in Lagos. Whilst I was in Lagos, hadn't heard of rugby at all.
Yeah.
And then came to England when I was 13 to join my father and he started a new family in England. Went out to boarding school in Devon, and that was when I sort of discovered rugby. And I sort of remember, one day I was in sort of 90-degree heat in Lagos. And then the next day, I was in the snow drifts on the edge of Exmoor, where the school was, and it was sort of games afternoon, and I was given a pair of shorts, t-shirt, a pair of shorts, rugby shirt, boots, a pair of socks. You're right, it's rugby training time.
Yeah,
I was completely disruptive in the session because I didn't know the rules.
Yeah,
I'd never heard of rugby before. It was very alien. All the sports I've played in the past. Soccer was what I enjoyed in Lagos. Pele was my hero.
Yeah.
To come to England in the freezing cold and tell us to go play rugby, which you're running forward and passing the ball backwards. That was not that was not something I was used to at all. I lasted all of 5 minutes in that session before I was sent off. Because I didn't know the rules. I was told to go learn the rules. In fact, what I thought at the time was thank God above that it was so cold out there.
Yeah.
But I went on and learned the rules. Came back the following year and started out in the wing.
Yeah.
Where I didn't have to know a lot of the rules, but I was just told, we'll pass the ball to you. When you get the ball, just run fast, touch it down across those lines, preferably between the posts. I was quite big, and I was a strong and powerful runner. So scoring tries was quite easy for me. So that's my introduction to rugby. So I didn't know anything about rugby, never heard of it until I came to this country.
Yeah, so it's obviously quite new to you. So did you play any other positions other than winger before you moved into your prop position?
Yeah, but I started in wing because that was the position where I didn't have to do it. I didn't need to know the rules.
Yeah.
And then that was under 14s. And then under 15s, I was the second biggest guy on the team, and our loosehead prop was injured.
Yeah. So
I was asked to cover for him for the next 2 or 3 games, before whilst he sort of recovers from injury. So I moved from being on the wing in the winter where I had to wait for the ball, freezing my ass off.
Yeah.
To play the loosehead prop, standing one in the line out, and I absolutely loved it. One, it was nice and warm. I was there all cozied up with all the guys.
Yeah.
And most importantly, I didn't have to wait for anyone to pass me the ball. I just had to just go into the rock and roll, win the ball, break out, and just power through. Yeah, so I was warm, loved it because I was in direct confrontation with my opposite number. Warm in the scrums, got my hand to wait for it to be passed out to me.
Yeah.
Scored more tries, and and ended up staying at prop ever since because it was just I just loved it.
Yeah.
And then went on to play for Devon schools and went to some of the the trials for under 16s.
Yeah, so I've read online that you were part of the England under-18 squad while while you were at school, and I was wondering how you were scouted for that and how you come across getting part of the team.
Yeah, I mean the way it worked in those days is you play for your school, you get then selected for the county trials. So I went to Devon, Devon trials.
Yeah,
got selected in Devon trials. So play for Devon, and then you go into the South and Southwest trials. Made it to the Southwest trials in Southwest team. So you play there, then you move on to the South with the North trials. And luckily I was selected as part of the squad for England under 18s.
Yeah.
So those days that was the route. So you go through the school selection process, the area selection process, and make it to the national squad if you're lucky enough.
Yeah. So that must have been quite amazing, thinking, you're under 18 and you're playing for England, the under 18s, that must be pretty amazing. And I read online that you went to Oxford University, and while you were there, you played in the rugby team. So I was wondering, was there any difference between playing school rugby to university rugby?
Oh, massive difference. Actually, I did my first degree at Birmingham.
Yeah.
In chemical engineering. But I mean, playing for England schools was a huge moment. I mean, not really sort of not having grown up with rugby.
Yeah.
I'm coming from Lagos. I just played rugby and enjoyed playing. I was representing the school at every sport going. There's basketball, tennis, table tennis, squash. Played for the school and just enjoyed sport as a whole. I didn't really have any sort of rugby was something that was completely new to me, and I just enjoyed playing it, and I was very competitive and worked my way through all the various stages to play for England. But it was never my aspiration as a kid because I didn't know about rugby.
Yeah.
But the difference between obviously play schools, then you go to university. I mean, my first year at Birmingham, I played for the university, but it was then that I started having greater aspirations. Obviously, play for England students, and then trying to get into the England A and England, the full England team. So the second and third years at university, I was playing for Moseley, who were the sort of local Premiership side, whilst I was at uni. So at sort of 19, 20, I was playing, in the men's arena, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So sort of going from school and playing for schoolboys and playing in the main sort of league was a major transformation and a huge learning curve, especially playing in the front row.
Yeah.
So it's a huge, massive gap between the two.
So when you left from university to moving into Bath, did you Bath Rugby, was there a bigger jump again in expectation?
Yeah, I mean, when I was so I went from Birmingham to Oxford, did a year at Oxford, got a balloon, and it was a crossroads then, because as I said, I'd never had any aspirations of playing for England. I just happened to be good at sport, happened to be good at rugby, and just loved the camaraderie and the competitiveness of rugby. Just enjoyed it. It was in my final term at Oxford. I had to make a decision whether to sort of follow the rest of the Oxford Blues into the city, where earning oodles of cash in those days, sort of pre-Big Bang, which you would have heard of, I don't think. But so it was either that or trying to get an England cap, because up until then, obviously played England schools, played England students, played for the England A team, which was called then, which is the team below the full England team. So the one thing that eluded me was the full England cap.
Yeah.
So it was a decision of, okay, do I go get a job in the city and about rugby?
Yeah.
Or do I try for an England cap? And because that was the only thing the one thing that eluded me, I didn't want to look back now. I'm much older and think, oh my God, what might have been if I hadn't gone to if I found a try to get a full England cap. So that was one of the main reasons of joining Bath, because at the time, Bath were the top club in the country.
Yeah.
And had Graham Dorr, who was a current England hooker, and Gareth Chilcott as well, current England hooker, current England prop, and Richard Lee, who played for the England A team. So it was quite a formidable front row that Bath had. And I'd given myself, said, right, I can afford to give myself 3 years to try and get into the full England team. And the quickest way that I could find out if I was good enough was to go to Bath and fight for a place in the Bath front row.
Yeah.
So I knew that if I could break into the Bath front row, then I stand a very good chance of getting an England cap. So that was that journey. So I mean, I enjoyed over a decade of success at Bath. I mean, that was a glorious decade to play for Bath, where we won various league and Premiership titles. Won the Premiership, I think, 6 times. Won the domestic cup 5 times. Doing the double on a couple of occasions, and won the first English club to win the Heineken European Cup in 1998. So yeah, that was a glorious period of playing rugby, and one that I'll never ever forget.
Yeah, we've certainly had a fantastic career, and I'm wondering if you could pinpoint your greatest moment for playing for England.
Greatest moment for playing for England. Wow. I guess the greatest. I mean, I had some fantastic times playing for England, going on tour. My first tour was in Argentina, which was an awesome tour. The World Cup in '95 in South Africa, where we met Nelson Mandela, and just to go through that experience of being part of that '95 World Cup and what it did, the effect it had on South Africa at the time was just absolutely brilliant. I mean, those were sort of unforgettable moments.
Yeah.
Scoring a try, my one and only England try against Wales at the Elms Park, that was a magic moment. And I always remember the night before the Wales game, a friend of mine had called me and said, it's just been into the bookies, and the odds of me scoring a try were 24-1, 25-1. I said, you know something? I'm guessing the Welsh Rugby Union. Put 100 quid on it. I'll have a little flutter, £100, for me to score a try. So that was Friday night. Saturday night, I obviously scored the try. Rang my mate up and said, right, where are you? Where's my winnings? Where's my winnings? And so leading up to that, would bid in the bar, and I was just splashing out, get champagne for everybody. I've got this pile of wedge covered. So I was just buying drinks for everyone, spending with a little, thinking my mate said it's well here in a minute, $2.5 grand. That'll go a long way to covering the bill in the nightclub. And he didn't show up. I was like, what the hell is going on? So I rang him up the next day. Went, Patrick, what the hell happened? Because I've got something to tell you. I went to the bookies on Saturday morning, and I realized that it was 9-1. It was 25-1 for you to score the first try. So I thought, stop that, no chance. So I didn't put the bet on. I scored the first try. Match. So that was, I know, that was a fantastic moment. Again, rugby being what it is, the camaraderie, all the friendships that the people I played with, there were fantastic moments, all the tours, and it was such a glorious experience, and it's one that I wouldn't change for anything. Having sort of, if I was looking back and said, right, would you prefer to go into the city or taking the rugby pathway, what would you have done? Would you have done the same? Would you have done the same all over again? Yeah, definitely do the same all over again, because it was just absolutely awesome. Good 2 centuries, two decades of involvement in rugby at a very top level.
Yeah. And our final question, I'm going to finish these episodes off, is what does success mean to you?
Success is achieving what you set out to do.
Yeah.
I think success comes in, the happiness you get and the happiness you impart on people, and sharing that sharing those moments and happiness you give to to others is absolutely immense. I think goodness, success comes in various forms.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Victor, for giving it your time to come on the show. Would you like to let anyone know how they can interact with you online?
Well, you can interact with me online. I'm on Twitter at Victor Ubogu, on Facebook. Put the name in. Or you go to my company website, which is www.vultd.co.uk. You can contact me through there, especially if you want to continue touring, which is something I love right now, because that's what I do. I create fun and memorable experiences for people by taking groups and individuals on trips away to experience sport, which is that's my job. To go traveling and touring is my job, which is again absolutely immense. Really enjoy it, and seeing and creating memories for people and getting people together is immense. It's huge, and a lot of fundraising work that I do for charities. North Robbins was one of my sort of specific charities, and just helping other people in that avenue, so giving back is very important, and another mark of measure of success is the happiness sort of imparts on people.
Yeah, well, thank you very much, Victor, for coming on. I'll leave all Victor's links in the description below, and I'll see you everyone on the next episode. See you guys soon.
Good luck, man.
Goodbye.
Take care.